Here's the type of man you should never ever have anything to do with. You should run far away from this type of man. And that's a man who has ever been accused or convicted of domestic violence. Now, I know that accusations are not always proof. Rumors can be false. People can lie. But in this part of the world especially, many cases of domestic violence never even make it to court, and many men are never held accountable for what they have done. So accusations count. So if you hear that he hit a former girlfriend, a wife, an ex-wife, an adult sister, or that he has a history of being physically violent, please do yourself a huge favor and stay away from that man. Even if he says it only happened once, even if he says he has changed, even if he says she made me do it, leave him alone. You know why this is so important? Because despite how common abuse is, not a lot of men have actually been accused or convicted of domestic violence. There is abuse going on in many relationships and marriages: emotional abuse, financial abuse, psychological abuse, intimidation, control, even rage. Many abusive men never cross the line into actual physical violence, or they know how to avoid getting exposed or reported for it. Most men, even abusive ones, never end up being accused of domestic violence. So if you come across one who has actually been accused, and especially one who has been convicted, or where there is enough evidence that there is clearly some truth to it, what exactly are you doing joining yourself to that man? What are you doing? You're not talking about the average man anymore. You're talking about someone who, for one reason or another, crossed a line that many others, even abusive men, do their best to never cross. Please don't gamble with that. If you decide to dig deeper because you believe the evidence doesn't add up, or because everything you found points to it being nothing more than a false rumor, that's your decision. But I beg you to make up your mind from the beginning that the very first time you see anything that points back to that information, you leave. If he raises his voice at you in a way that feels threatening, leave. If he punches walls, throws things, intimidates people, or becomes physically aggressive with someone else while you're with him, leave. Don't wait for him to hit you first. And when it comes to leaving, please understand something. There are some men you do not officially break up with. You don't announce your exit. You don't sit down for a long emotional conversation. You quietly and safely remove yourself. Because for some abusive people, the most dangerous moment in a relationship is when they realize they are losing control. That said, if the accusations were not just rumors, if he actually assaulted someone, admitted to it, was convicted, or everyone around him knows it happened, then please don't convince yourself that you'll be different. Don't count yourself as the exception. Don't believe that your love will heal him. Don't gamble with your safety. Leave him alone. If you're wrong and he really has changed, you would have lost the relationship and you can live with that. But if you're wrong and he hasn't changed, you could lose far more than that. So please leave that man alone. Okay?